Most maps define a nation by its borders and topography, but beneath these lines, the poet Nirala saw a heartbeat, a single, integrated biological organism. This vision belonged to Suryakant Tripathi, born in 1899 in Mahishadal, Bengal. He would become one of the most polarizing figures in Indian literature, known simply as Nirala, or the Strange One. Nirala was a self-taught outsider to the literary establishment. At a time when Hindi poetry was bound by rigid, centuries-old metrical rules, he pioneered free verse, stripping away formal constraints to give his words a raw, unrestricted momentum. We see the results of this freedom in his poem Bharati Jai Vijayakare. This isn't a standard song of praise. It is a deliberate invocation of the subcontinent as a victorious goddess. Looking at these fields, the line Kanak Shasya Kamalatare becomes literal. Nirala identifies the goddess not by her crown, but by the golden crops and lotuses she holds, placing the nation's divinity in its agricultural soil and the beauty of daily labor. This shift redefines the act of patriotism. To love the country is to revere the physical health of its land and the people who work it. The poem functions like a vertical camera move, starting at the southern coast and panning towards the peaks. It is a systematic mapping of human anatomy onto the subcontinent. At the very base, the Southern Ocean is personified as a devoted follower. In the line Lanka Paditale Shatadal, the sea is not a barrier, but a traveler washing the feet of the goddess. As we move into the interior, the vegetation takes on a new role. The dense trees, grasses, and vines, described as Taru Trinavana Lata Vasan, become the actual garments and floral jewelry draped over the land. This body is then unified by its river systems, which Nirala treats as the most vital of all adornments. The Ganges, or Ganga Jyotirjal Khan, is personified as a necklace of glowing pearls. This historical image of the river captures the scale of what Nirala saw as a jewel draped around the neck of the country. In this framework, natural elements aren't commodities to be harvested. They are the sacred features of a living deity that demand absolute protection. Our geographical journey concludes at the extreme north, at the highest point of the subcontinent. The phrase Mukut Shubra Him Tushar completes the image. The white, snow-capped Himalayas act as the brilliant, regal crown resting on the head of Mother India. This crown symbolizes both sovereignty and spiritual clarity, providing a definitive capstone to the anatomical structure mapped onto the earth. Through these metaphors, Nirala transforms a wildly diverse landscape into a single cohesive organism. If the geography provides the body, we must look to the culture to find the consciousness. Nirala introduces the powerful concept of Pran Pranav Ankar, a sacred, vital life force echoing across all directions of the country. This Ankar represents a nation defined by its density of thought. It is the sound of thousands of incredibly diverse voices, ideas, and philosophies coexisting within the exact same space. It is significant that this majestic vision comes from Nirala. Throughout his life, his work focused on those at the bottom of the social hierarchy, the oppressed and the marginalized. Bharati Jai Vijayakare ties the identity of a nation to its physical and social health. By personifying the subcontinent, Nirala argues that protecting a river or respecting a neighbor is more than a civic duty. It is an act of devotion to the living body of the country.